Hello everybody. Today is September 6th, 2020. It's a Sunday, and I'm going to be reading day 14 today of Blossom Goodchild's book, The Bridge. I would like us to begin today with something that we have not yet addressed, not in the detail that I require. It is concerning the welfare of your planet, the power of which is unknown to you, and yet your race still chooses, as a majority, to abuse and use with little thought of putting back. Yes, I am aware of a minority that spend their lives to this cause. How grateful we are to those few souls. They have a large task on their hands. When you consider that all that they do is opposed by so many, your planet is a living entity. It has survived and revived itself for you that live upon it. It needs you as much as you need it. There is very little known and understood regarding the enormity of its purpose. You call it your world, and yet it is a world that is inhabited by many that you are not aware of on many levels of vibrations. You see on your news of catastrophic events caused by freaks of nature. Remember, you reap what you sow. Look how the earth has been destroyed by your race, and yet you still expect it to serve you. It must retaliate. It is natural law. There is so much behind the scenes that you refuse to accept, so much that you continue to destroy, and then once again you blame it on me. If there is a me, how could I be so cruel as to let this happen? What about you lot? How could you be so cruel as to destroy this beautiful earth of yours? To rip it apart, to pollute it, to take away its trees that do such service, just so you can turn it into paper that often does not get read, and then discard it into your waste bins. Who is it that is wasting what? You expect your sunny days, and you allow the rainy days so that you may have sustenance. You take, but what do you put back? You litter, you use unnecessarily, you pollute on a grand scale. You obliviate certain areas of nature so that you can have your big houses and industrial estates for your gain. All this you do, and then when an earthquake or flood destroys you, it is all so unfair because you are human beings. What if you weren't? What if the energy that you are was a flower or tree? Have a think about it from the side of nature. In comparison, nature is at the disadvantage, I would say. When will you understand that all things are equal? All living things are equal. For you are all a part of each other. You cannot keep on the way you are doing with such lack of respect for that which sustains you. If you do, you shall be no more, for there will not be enough sustenance left to sustain you. Until such a time when the respect for Mother Earth is of a level of equality with the humanness of the world, your earth shall continue to fight back. What else can it do? Sit back and let you destroy it? It is trying to let you know that it cannot be treated so. In order to stay alive itself, it needs your support, not your tyranny, and you have allowed yourself to become blind to this union. It is time for you to open your eyes and recognize that you are one with the earth. You are a part of it. It is part of you. Would you treat yourselves the way you treat your earth? You claim lands as yours. You have no right. This land belongs not to one of you, in the same way that not one of you belongs to another. So much is lost. It must be found. Learn to be in harmony with Mother Earth that serves you so well. You will find that these so-called natural disasters would not take place. They are not natural. They are evening out. They are putting back in balance. They're putting things back in balance. Your world is so keen to condemn. You know so little of the truth. You know so little of reasons why. You are always so quick to call it the fault of anything but your own. Look inside of yourselves, my people. Find your truths, so that once again the harmony that was intended and that began can play its music for all to embrace. And that's the end of the reading for today. It sounds like a church thing, doesn't it? I'll have to change that around. So that's day 14 of Blossom Goodchild's Working Bridge. And that was an uncomfortable read, folks, I've got to tell you, because as much as I pick up garbage everywhere I see it, plastic that doesn't belong, and I take it back and I put it in the dumpster, I waste far more than I should. Newspapers come, and instead of me using those like I talked about or thought about for lining the bird cages and lining the floor underneath the bird cages, I put them in the recycle bin because I figure that that's the best use for them, because it's so much easier for me to go and buy a package of packing paper. It's so much more convenient to line the bird cages with because it fits the bird cages and it covers more of the floor and it saves time for me. But it's wasteful because that paper that's recycled, that goes in the recycling bin, I have no idea how much it gets used, but I know it takes resources to reuse it or to make it into something else. So I have work to do. This is not about pointing the finger and me blaming anybody else. It's pointing the finger at me, reminding me that there's other things that I can do to help. If there's just one thing that I can change that could help the planet, and I'm thankful for that awareness. Okay, let's show you some of this beautiful place. See if I can do this without jiggling it. So this is a structure. I'm sitting underneath a structure that was built by some people a while ago. And so fish goes on down there for about half a mile maybe. And people have built these structures on the beach. And they've built them just out of the driftwood. And this one is really cool. They've got little, they took supports. They started with what was there and then just got these bigger posts in the ground. And somebody came down with a chainsaw and put the notches in them. And then just started putting logs and things on them. And they made these cool, absolutely cool wind chimes, which I want to do and try and replicate. They've got, where's the ones with the little, yeah, you can see this. This is so cool. Access to these shells with holes drilled in them. And then for some of the ones that have bigger holes, they put, I can't know if you can see that, pieces of wood. Anyway, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So this is Air Force Beach in Comox. And everybody comes down here with their dogs all year long. Brilliant, brilliant. And the sand goes out about a mile. Sandbars. So when it's low tide, you can walk for quite a ways, and that's where the cars are parked. So the military base is behind us, and on Fridays they do armory practice where they're up there shooting with the cadets. Shooting practice, which is a little annoying, but there you go. They've got to practice somewhere, I guess, doing their thing. And yeah, pretty cool spot. Okay, we'll talk to you again. Thank you.